My greatest love, that's easy. For me, it's Christ and my wife. And after that, my entire family. And after that would certainly be my friends and just being able to work in a capacity that is enjoyable, to have something that I just completely throw myself into creatively. But certainly my faith, which I'm very open about, and I realize is in some ways it's sad you can't really talk about faith without being seen as a conservative nowadays, as if somehow conservatives were able to capture and conquer and dominate every topic that deals with the divine or that deals with a matter of faith, which is terrible. But within my faith, not beyond or outside of it, certainly my wife is so patient and so loving. And I can't imagine what she goes through in terms of patience having to be with me. I feel like I don't feel like I could date me or marry me, and I'm constantly working on becoming the best person I can so that I would be the type of person I would marry or date. But certainly, I love my wife. I appreciate her greatly. So, in terms of a greatest love in a material sense, in a physical sense, in a terrestrial sense, and then working in a capacity, in a creative capacity, whenever I can. I used to be the co-CEO of an entertainment company called Cave Entertainment, and easily those were some of the most enjoyable days of my life. Persons who know me or who've read my work, they are familiar with the incident that occurred with me in 2002, in which I had a scare that could have been lymphoma. So I had to have a biopsy and had to have a tumor removed, which was benign. It was not a malignant tumor. But in that 3 month period where I was taking medication and where I had the surgery and where the results were sent off to the pathologist, during that time, I really lived more of my life when I thought I was dying than I ever did before or after. There was something about, once I got through the initial scare, there was something about not having to worry about the implications of each and everything that is said, not having to navigate the politics of every workplace, not being afraid to be myself, in which I became so much healthier, at least emotionally, and in some ways physically, even though I was taking medication and I was losing weight at the time, I still felt better. I felt happier. And I always look back to that. And in some ways, I've told people on some days I want my illness back. And I've talked about that experience. In some ways, I miss only having 1 year or 2 years to live because it gave me an opportunity to simply to live, to breathe. And maybe on some level, that's how I connect to Walter White. And that's how I first fell in love with Breaking Bad. Maybe I connected on that visceral level. But certainly my greatest love, again, faith, my family, and the opportunity to work.